Hey, is there anybody there? Hey, everybody. Had a little problem with my computer, so I had to shut it down and start it back. Hey, I see a couple of people have joined me. I had a problem with my computer and I had to shut it down and start it back up. So I'm a few minutes after 4 o'clock beginning. But hey, everybody, I'm going to wait a couple of minutes to do my update, which I'll probably end up sharing my update for my weight loss journey several times during this live feed. I don't know how long that I'll stay on. We'll see how it goes. But I see several people. Let me know if you're on here. Let me know so I can say, hey, regardless, thank you for joining my live. I appreciate it so much. I'm excited to tell everybody about my Washington trip. I am going to be uploading my vlog, my trip to Washington, D.C., and I don't know when I'll get it up, maybe one night or one day this week. But I had so much fun. I just really, really enjoyed it. But hey, I see there's some people on here. Thank you for that thumbs up. I appreciate it. Hey, how are you, Melissa? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I'll go ahead and go ahead and tell. I was not so nice the last couple of weeks with my keto lifestyle. I mean, going to Washington D.C. Oh my goodness, there were so many good places to eat. Hey, Tiffany, and hey, Teresa. How are y'all? Thank y'all so much for joining me. But I did gain a little bit. It wasn't as bad as it could have been. I'm down to 32, 32.4 pounds. So, and I think I was at 35.4 or 35. Yeah, 35. I was at 35 even. And I'm now at 32.4. So it's not bad. I did restart my diet, so I feel good about that. I'm not giving up on it. So I'm not giving. Thank you. I appreciate that. It is. I mean, especially we went. I knew that I was probably not going to follow my diet when I went to Washington. I just didn't know how bad I was going to be. But we went and we ate so many good places. In fact, I think the thumbnail on my that I'm going live today at 4 o'clock. I'm in front of I think it's called Farmers, I think, and it's there in Washington D.C. And it was so good. And the conference, they fed us good. We went to different places to eat. We went to a little pizza place in the middle of downtown Washington, D.C., and it was so good. Let me catch up. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Joan. Hi. Let's see. Uh, I feel like the last couple of weeks I didn't do great. Um, oh, I know. Tell me about it. Just saying that word diet, it seems like it puts you in rebellion stage. I don't know. Um, I'm not. I'm not going to give up. I'm staying on it. I am going to finish losing the weight that I want to lose. I feel like that I've got my foot back into the door. So we'll see. And hopefully I can start doing the regular vlogs or the regular weight loss journey vlogs instead of doing them live, doing real vlogs and uploading them. So, yeah, lifestyle. It is because really anytime I've ever done a diet, I've lost 30, 40, 50, whatever pounds. I actually lost 63 pounds the year that my daughter got married. I was bound to determine I was going to be able to wear a dress that was a lot smaller than the dresses that I was wearing at the time. And I lost 63 pounds. And within a couple of years, I started gaining all of it back. And then I gained more. I think I put on 20 pounds more than what I had started when I started that diet the year she got married. But if you don't decide to just totally change your lifestyle, then you're going to gain all of it back. So anyway, but I'm not gonna gain it all back. Just a couple. Well, hey Tiffany. I think this is the first time you've been able to join one of my lives. PK Mom Life, her name's Tiffany, and she has a channel. Y'all, she's not very far from reaching 1,000 subscribers. So you can put your cursor like by her name, and it'll show the dots. It'll show 3 dots, and you can go to her channel. It'll open up another tab on your computer, and subscribe to her channel. She serves her community as a nurse. She's a hardworking mom, and y'all join her. If there's anybody else that has channels, like if you I know you have channels because you're on YouTube, but if you are a blogger, put your 3 little smiley faces. I love being able to give shout out to the vloggers on here to help the community. And so 70 pounds, Tiffany. Wow. Well, I know how it is, and I take Synthroid for my thyroid issue, and so I've really got to stay on top of that. And there was about a month that I didn't even take my thyroid medicine. I know, naughty me. Um, oh, you're sweet. Tiffany's a sweetheart. I got to go and meet Tiffany. She was a part of the Fab Five in Nashville. I went up and met all 5 of them, and I met the vet Renee, Tiffany, which is PK Mom Life. I met, let's see, I met, of course, Christy, Georgia Sunshine, Favor, Life with Favor, and let's see, Southern. Oh my word, my mind just went blank. Anyway, there's 5. Tiffany, help me. The 5th one, Southern. What's her channel? I just saw a post that she made earlier today. Help me, Tiffany. But anyway, thank you, Nina. Nina's my sister. Thank you. I'm trying to get there. I was naughty. But is it Southern Yankee? Yeah, Southern Yankee. Oh my, I can't believe that I couldn't remember her name. She's a sweetheart too. But I met all 5 of them in Nashville last September, and they're just as sweet in person as they are on YouTube. So let's see. A poetry channel? You ought to do that, Tiffany. I'll subscribe to you. Oh, we're not supposed to say the S word. You're not supposed to say subscribe. YouTube doesn't like that. So if I say join, that's what I mean. Yeah, you ought to give that a try. Let me know if you do. Let's see. It is. Hey, Jackie, how are you? It's good to see you too. I've had a couple of people to reach out, Tiffany, 123, and then I've had my sister-in-law came out after a funeral that I had. My uncle passed. He married my husband and me 38 years ago, and he dedicated both of our children and when they were babies, and he passed away this week. And anyway, my sister-in-law came up to me after the funeral and asked me if I had put any videos up lately. And I said, no, I think it's been about 3 or 4 weeks since I've done it. But I have an Ipsy bag that came a couple of weeks ago, and I just haven't had time. My travel agency business seems to be just really taking off, and I'm so happy about that. And I'd like to be able to put one vlog up every week, at least one, and then maybe do one live a week. I can't do one every day like Christy and Tiffany, PK Mom Life, and Favor. I can't do one every day. I just can't. So let's see if I've missed anything. Oh, you could do it, Tiffany. I know you can do it. Yeah, Mama was listening to that too. My first cousin, who is a lot older than me, my mama is the baby of 11 children, and so a lot of her siblings were old enough to be her parents. So a lot of my first cousins are people I don't know very well, and because they're old enough to be, my parents, grandparents, and they lived all over the place. But only the ones who were born like closer to the time that I was born do I know well. But anyway, Dr. Spence, he was the president of Evangel College for decades, I think. His name is Robert Spence. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you. He had not been doing very well. My Uncle Joe, he hadn't been doing very well, and he was he was, like I said, he had married both my husband and me 38 years ago. And um, anyway, he had not been doing very well. Then he ended up having a heart attack. I think it was last weekend. And he's in heaven. He's in the presence of Jesus. So that's a good thing. It was a very good homegoing service yesterday. Um, okay, a website blog instead of yeah. Okay. Oh, oh yeah, that wouldn't be good for your work to be stolen. But isn't there some type of a thing that you could do to protect it? Oh, okay, all right, yeah, yeah. I guess what if you blog it, then it's protected. Maybe is that how that works? Evangel University for 40 years. All right, thank you, Nana. Um, but anyway, so if you're just now joining me, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it so much. And if you don't know this, I also have a Facebook page, Southern Grana. I have a Facebook page, Go Time Travel, Elizabeth Barnard. And then I also have Instagram, Go Time Travel, Elizabeth, and my Southern Grana Instagram. So anyway, if y'all can follow me or like my channels or like my Facebook pages and follow me on Instagram. That would be great. If you want to do that, that would be awesome. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, please join me by subscribing. And if you have a channel on here that you do vlogs, put 3 hearts. Tiffany, PK Mom Life, if you're still on here, put 3 hearts. That way people can go back and see that you have a channel if they watch this after I finish. So anyway, but if you do vlog, please add 3 hearts or 3 emojis of some kind so that other people know you have a channel and they can go over and subscribe to your channel. But anyway, I did not lose since the last time I did a live, or the last time I did my weight loss journey. I gained, but I'm not as bad as I could have been since I went to Washington, D.C., but I'm at 32.4 pound weight loss right now. And I'm back on it, and I'm not going to go off and stay off, but I went to Washington, D.C., and I could not stay keto while I was there. But let me tell a little bit about um, my Washington trip. I had only flown one time before, and that was back in 2011 when I flew up to Jacksonville, North Carolina. I needed to drive my daughter in law home. She was about 3 weeks away from having my oldest grandson, and my son was getting out of the Marines. He was leaving Camp Lejeune, and they needed both of their automobiles to come home. So I flew up there and I drove her home so she could put her feet up and be comfortable. We didn't need her to go into premature labor. And so, anyway, I flew up there, and that was the last time I had been in a plane. Well, I was a little bit on the nervous side. I went to Pensacola and flew out of Pensacola and flew into, I think it's called Ronald Reagan Washington, or Washington Ronald Reagan Airport there in Washington, D.C. And stayed in the National Harbor area of Maryland at a convention center. We stayed at the Gaylord National, I think it's called Gaylord National Convention Center. And oh my goodness, it was beautiful. They had this Ferris wheel outside of the windows, and you could see it at night. It lit up during the day. You could see it. It had a gorgeous view of this bridge. And the foyer was just beautiful. I think there were 3 different conventions going on while we were there. Have you ever heard of Paparazzi Jewelry? Well, they had a convention going on. There was a gymnastics convention going on. And I learned a lot about being a travel agent and taking my game up to another level. And like I said, my travel agent business has really taken off over the last few weeks. And I love doing that. I love coordinating and organizing. And so been planning cruises and Disney packages. And so let me see if there's anything that I've missed before I go any farther. Let's see. Okay, so you do have to pay for the copyright. Um, okay, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess if you blog it and you're the first person to put it up there, then it would be, a part of the web, a part of the internet that shows that you were the first person to do it. Somebody else would have to prove that they had put it up before you. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just Southern Grana or my other. But anyway, so we went to different places to eat in. I don't know whether I was in Virginia, Maryland, or Washington, D.C., because they're all intertwined. My understanding is that Washington, D.C. is sandwiched between Maryland and Virginia. And we would be driving on one of the interstates or one of the highways, and I'd look up and it'd say, "Welcome to Virginia." And then I thought we were in Maryland, or I thought we were in Washington, D.C. But anyway, I was in three different areas, all within that weekend. But I was able to go to Arlington Cemetery, and that was really something, because the narrators of the little trolley that we took around the cemetery, they gave so much information about the people, different people who are buried there. And then we got to go to the Lincoln Memorial, and to, let's see, I think we went to World War II Memorial. We went to the to Washington's Monument. And I'm going to be adding that vlog soon. Hopefully, I'll get it up this week. I need to be able to get all of my video footage together. I put some stuff on my phone, some stuff on my camcorder, put it all together, and add it to YouTube. But I want to do that. I have my Ipsy that I want to put that up. Thank you so much. Let me know if you're on here. Several of y'all have told me that you're on here, but I see 9 people have joined me. So Tiffany, PK Mom Life, she must have had to go. She's got a hectic schedule. And y'all be sure to check her out. She's PK Mom Life. Her name's Tiffany, and she's a sweetheart. She serves her community as a nurse. And okay, I had never been, Jackie. I had never been. I know. I asked her, Tiffany. I'm sorry, I'm going like skipping all over the place. Let me go back to Jackie for a second. I had never been to Washington, and everybody was telling me, "Oh, you're going to love it. I want to go back. You're going to love it." And when I went and I started walking the streets, I looked over at my friend that I met that weekend. We're actually roomies. But Laura, I looked at Laura and said, I don't feel unsafe at all. We were walking the streets of Washington, D.C., and we went to eat. We got an appetizer at one little place, and then we went and saw, I got to see my very first live play, and we saw it at Ford's Theater. We got to look up at the box, and we saw where Abraham Lincoln was sitting the night that he was shot. And we even saw across the street was where he actually died. But they've left that box, that balcony box, the same that it was that night, the night that he was shot. In fact, they've even left the chair that he was sitting in. But they have the banners, the flags and everything still hanging there. But we saw a a live play about the first female astronomer, and it was called, I think, Silent Sky was the name of the play. But it was such a good play. I got kind of emotional just because I love the arts. I love drama and music, and they did such a good job with this play. And it was only 5 actors and actresses involved in this play, but it was just, like I said, I got kind of emotional just sitting there. And we had the second row, and I think you call it stage left. So it was really nice. And I got to try coffee for the first time. Yes, I have never had coffee in my life. And so the travel agent just got a message. Let me close that out and check it after a while. But anyway, we were sitting at, I think it was called Old Hickory Restaurant inside the Gaylord Resort. And we got to talking about coffee. And I said, I've never tried coffee. I know what it smells like, but I've never tried it. And one of the owners of Go Time Travel said, "You've got to try coffee." And I said, I don't know. Well, he thought for sure he was going to turn me into a coffee drinker. It was, I guess, some type of a specialty coffee, and he added honey. In fact, I think I'm going to add that video clip because the owner, she videotaped me trying coffee for the first time, and it was so bitter. All right, I see some people have added some more things. Um, but anyway, let me go to Tiffany. Um, I asked Leah when I got my Ipsy bag and when I was ready to videotape it, or I thought I was ready to videotape it. I said, "Have you this month?" And she said she had already opened it up. And so I thought, okay, I'll just do it when I can, but I'll see if maybe March, if she'll do it with me. I had actually stopped it or paused it. I'd stopped all my subscriptions except for the regular Ipsy Glam bag. It's only $12. And I saw that an eyeliner was one of the things you could choose. And so I decided to go ahead and choose the eyeliner and and go ahead and get it for the month of February. So okay. Oh, do you make quilts, Teresa? Yay. Okay. And so, Jackie, you went as a teenager with teenagers from every state. So you were busy goofing around. Oh, wow. It was really, it's not, Ford's Theater is not as big as I thought it was going to be, but it was really neat to go in there. And we didn't get to do any of the tours. We were there too late for that. But we walked to Ford's Theater, and our Uber or Lyft driver dropped us off. And we walked there. We went and had an appetizer at one little restaurant, and then we went to the theater and watched the play. Then we went and ate at a pizza place, and it was so good. Okay, so how do you drink coffee, Tiffany? I know I I just thought it was bitter. I think I would probably be one of those people that had a little bit of coffee with a lot of cream and sugar, but he added honey and then added more honey, and I just didn't care for it. Uh, oh, you get a sixth item for the month of March. Oh, is it there? Is it? I think I got an email saying that it's Itsy's celebrating their something subscriber or something like that. Um, yeah, I might be able to drink it if I added cream and sugar, probably. Yeah, mom and daddy always have drank coffee, but not me. My husband, Kirk, drinks coffee black. He does not add anything to it. Oh goodness, you too, huh? Okay, their 100th bag. Wow. Okay, yeah, I remember it was some type of a milestone that Itsy was experiencing for them to give something else. So, do you get to choose just one item for the month of March, or do you get to choose two? I didn't read. I don't think I read the whole email. So anyway, I didn't even look to see if they've shown what the bag is going to look like. I did sneak a peek at my bag. I think it's going to be pink. It's kind of got a like a quilted look to it. But I haven't even opened the full bag yet. When I realized that Leah had already opened her bag, I decided to wait. And I'll do that one day this week. I want to do it before March 1st, which is a week from today. So I need to get my Ipsy for February 2020 added this week. And I need to do my Washington, D.C. vlog. But I am going to add me trying coffee for the first time. Okay, one item. Okay, one item, $2 off and add on extra six product for March. Okay. I don't think I'll do any add-ons, but that'll be interesting to see what they add to that bag and what the bag looks like. Maybe it'll be a real special bag since it's their 100th bag. But I don't know which one's my favorite. I don't know, the Betty Boop. Was that October or November? I think it was October. It was really cute. So anyway, I don't know how much longer I'll stay. Maybe just a few more moments, but I am going to add Ipsy, and I'll try to add my Washington D.C. And if you can, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Southern Grana. Follow me on, or I think you call it follow on Instagram, Southern Grana. And I also have a Go Time Travel. I have it linked. I think I have it linked together. So anyway, but thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate it so much. I think I've covered everything that I really wanted to cover. I wanted to talk a little bit about my Washington trip. I think I'll add some voice over to some of the video that I upload for my Washington trip. But I was a little bit anxious, and y'all, that trip, in fact, we left Pensacola the day of our 38th anniversary. So my husband and I had been married 38 years, and I left and went to Washington. But that's our only time we've ever been away from each other on our anniversary. But that trip was one of the oh my goodness, the turbulence was absolutely horrible. And they warned us. They told us. They said, "Look, you're in for a bumpy ride. There's going to be a lot of turbulence." But I just started praying and I asked the Lord to help me, and the Lord did. He helped me keep from getting sick. But on the way back, I got to ride first class. So anyway, I had more room, and that was a totally different experience. I was the second row from the back going, and the second row from the front coming back home. And I even watched the takeoff and everything. Coming back, it was just a different experience, very different. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. You'd get an add-on for $1 if you did. Oh, really? Well, that's cool. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jackie. I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thank y'all all for joining me. I appreciate it so much. And give me a thumbs up before you get off. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really appreciate all of y'all subscribing to my channel and watching my vlog. Somebody has been watching a lot of my vlogs because I've been watching my hour count, and my hour count has been going up 5 and 6 hours a day. So somebody has been I think just watching back-to-back videos of mine. I thank you so much and appreciate it. But y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye, y'all.